Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what you need to know right now, what's coming towards you for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly what's going on with Gemini. Oh, the heart and the storm. Okay, a storm is brewing. Things are getting quite passionate, very intense. It's almost giving like heart palpitations, like heart is just racing, okay, an adrenaline rush, okay? So like something has hit you in the heart. Something has just created this huge like breaking open the heart is what I'm getting. And I feel like this was unexpected. I feel like this is something that took you by surprise with the storm. Almost kind of like you weren't looking for love. You weren't looking for something and it came in and it took you by surprise, or in a way it feels like it's pulled you pulled you apart is what I'm hearing, because the storm is a destructive energy. So you might be looking at this like, holy crap, this is not what I had in mind. This is not what I had planned. This is not what I had imagined. I'm not supposed to be doing this. Oh my gosh. Like, what's at the bottom? The ocean. Just bringing up all these intense feelings. It's so intense. It's so intense. I don't think you expected this. I really don't. But there's the need for you to listen to your heart. There's the need for you to follow your, like, follow what lights you up. Follow love. Lead with love. Let your heart guide you. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. But it's like, it's a storm that's brewing, and I feel like even if you try to ignore it, even if you try to ignore the sensation, you try to ignore the emotion, you just try to suppress it, push it away, it just gets stronger. This just gets stronger and stronger. It amplifies, it radiates, it vibrates. Like, okay, so whatever this is, Gemini, you can't ignore this. Even if you try, you just can't. You might click off this video, but it's gonna keep on creeping back up. These emotions, these feelings, it's gonna be a tidal wave, right? We saw the ocean at the bottom. This might become a tidal wave. If you, the more you ignore this, the more you try and suppress it, the stronger it's going to become, to the point where you can't ignore it. So I'm just saying, a storm is brewing. Got you all up in the feels. Okay, show me clearly what's going on with Gemini. It's me, I'm not taking those. What's going on with Gemini? Eight of Swords. No wonder. And the Knight of Wands. You're like overthinking your actions here. Overthinking in your head, analyzing every possible path, every single detail. You feel like you've lost control. And you maybe are feeling trapped, like you can't get your mind off this thing, of this person. You're just, you may feel distracted right now, or like you're having difficulty focusing in. Knight of Wands at the bottom, which tells me you kind of want to just get going. You kind of want to just get moving. There's this antsy energy. Like you don't want to stay still. You want to stay busy. You want to keep your mind busy. We have the Nine of Coins flipping out. It kind of is in the middle. It is in the middle. So this tells me that right now you really got to focus on your foundation. Focus on you, your health, your wellness, your overall confidence, your money, and just like you, right? This is the energy where you have to be self-sustainable, self-reliant, and get grounded, you guys, as best as possible, Magician, so that you can manifest the best possible scenario in this experience. You have all the tools you need. We have Lovers reversed and the Six of Coins. You might think that someone's feelings towards you are unrequited, but it's not. It's not. Six of Coins and then the Nine of Cups. There's going to be this exchange. There's going to be this offer that comes in, and maybe you're the one initiating it, but it's going to just kind of reset things or bring things into balance, bring things into union, bring this connection into harmony. But in order to do that, it's really recommended to focus on you during this period. What's going on for Gemini? 7 of Swords, Ace of Coins at the bottom. You may be feeling like you need to hold something back. You could feel right now that you have to look over your shoulder, or that you can't fully trust what is being shown. You may have suspicions. You might not fully trust. You know, there's this offer here, Ace of Coins. This is something that shows like longevity. This is something long term, something that can be very permanent. This is something that is worth the investment. But you could be trying to detach or disassociate, or let's see, we have 7 of Wands and the King of Cups, where you're trying to protect your heart, protect your emotions. And this could be coming from an unhealed place, 3 of Swords, right? You're trying to protect yourself from getting hurt or disappointed. Maybe this is something about you not revealing your financial situation to others right now. This could be saying to keep your money on the down low, especially if you are in a position where you have a lot of like success or power or influence. This isn't the time to air out all your business to everybody. It's saying to kind of like move in silence, or to keep some things to yourself. Or even if you're having certain doubts or worries, 7 of Swords, it's telling me that you're not letting it on. You're not letting others know about these, like this storm, this inner struggle or this inner battle that you're going through. You're not revealing it, or it's in a very safe place in your heart. Like you're not exposing this. You're not sharing this with many people, if not anyone at all. Only me. I won't tell nobody, don't you worry. I won't tell anyone. Show me clearly what's going on with Gemini. Ace of Swords. Okay, well, clarity's to come. You might feel like you gotta say something, though. You may need to speak your truth. There might be a conversation that needs to be had where you're finally going to let out the truth. You've been keeping things bottled up. You've been keeping things hush hush, and you're waiting for the opportunity to like bring light to the situation. If this is something external from you and you're suspecting that there's hidden information or someone's hiding something from you, you're going to get to the truth, and it's actually going to relieve you of anything that was either a distraction or anything that was not serving you, anything that is not going to be long lasting. It will be cleared. It will be demolished. We have the King of Swords, also Knight of Wands. It's telling me that you're going to be taking action towards clearing a path forward so that you're able to reach the most success. And you have something coming back up about your intuition and bringing up the past here. The Moon and the 6 of Cups. Something about like the patterns don't lie, history doesn't lie. Pay attention to the patterns, the cycles that keep on showing up, and show resilience and show strength, and withhold or move with certainty, move with caution, so that you don't find yourself here again and again and again. It's like there's this mental loop you find yourself in from an 8 of Swords to an Ace of Swords. There's this difficulty seeing clearly, maybe even some self-sabotage, but then reaching this point of knowing the truth, having that certainty, no wavering and no doubts, no second guessing. So that's a big transition. That's a big transition. Now, is this because you're following your heart here, or we're gonna have to clarify. Let me pull a couple more for Gemini. 6 of Swords, your entire reading is just air. Besides the Pentacles, it's all air. Clarity, again, about moving forwards and knowing what the next step looks like in your journey. With the Queen of Swords, it's your energy at the bottom. So you might even be cutting something out of your life, or you're defending yourself, you're protecting yourself. We have the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, the 9 of Swords, okay? So this does feel like adrenaline rush. This does feel kind of, it's like that storm, right? Your heart is racing, vibrating. You know, you're getting this sudden push to go somewhere, to do something, to take a chance. And you may feel like you're going in blindly, but you have all the information you need. Nine of Swords, you're telling yourself, I'm not ready. I can't do this. I'm not worthy of this. We also have the Ten of Cups underneath that. So you might be feeling like this is too good to be true. This isn't possible. But regardless of those fears, those worries, those doubts, those what ifs, you're still going to push through. You're going to keep things in check. You're keeping those fears in check. You're using your logic. You're looking at it for what it really is. You have the ability to overcome any obstacle, any setback, any delay. Chariot is the energy of overcoming with confidence. So having that confidence within yourself, which we talk about that Nine of Coins, when you invest in yourself, you feel your ultimate best. You show up as your best. You're able to get the job done. You ain't self-sabotaging over here. Nothing gets past you without your examination, right? Seven of Swords to Ace of Swords. Nothing can be hidden from you. You see all that there is. Chariot to the Nine of Swords. Don't second guess yourself. Don't talk yourself out of the actions that you're taking or you're about to take. Or if you're cutting something out, you're clearing something out. Don't overanalyze. You know what needs to be done. The Heart in the Storm. If there's something that's disrupting your flow, if there's something that is messing with your heart, messing with your emotions, it's gotta go. Let's get one more for Gemini. Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so both these cards, very similar energies of like, put your foot down, defend and protect yourself, be strong, show restraint, show your resilience. This is an energy of persisting and staying dedicated and not quitting, not giving up. This is having that sense of direction, right? You see this little arrow. It's like, you know exactly, and that's the next thing, right? After the Six of Swords, you know your sense of direction. You know what comes next. You know what your vision is. You know where you're going. You know that the storm doesn't last. It's temporary. Oh. Not Seven of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then the Lovers reverse. Okay, so and then the Devil. Some of you are straight up leaving behind a relationship here where it's very toxic or it's very one-sided or there's unrequited emotions or effort. There seems to be this push-pull or cat and mouse, this chasing game. And we actually have a pair, King to the Queen of Wands, but it's kind of like someone is waiting to see how much you're going to wait around, or this King of Wands, maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but there's this, it's more coming from a masculine. There's this masculine who's kind of waiting to see how long or what you're willing to put up with. But like Seven of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, they don't really have much to offer you. King of Swords, and then the Four of Cups. Yeah. They ain't got a whole lot to offer you, or it doesn't look like much is changing here. It doesn't look like much is changing. Someone likes your attention that you give them. Seven of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So are you feeling fed up with this? Because you have a lot of love, you got a lot of deep feelings, but this is just creating just a shitstorm. A shitstorm. And you're like, I want my pot of gold and my rainbow, and I don't want to be dealing with this chaos. Okay. And drama. All right. So you know what you got to do. Intense stuff, you guys. Very intense. Let's dig a little bit deeper into some of this, starting off with this Eight of Swords. Because you may be feeling like, how am I going to get out of this situation? Maybe you're feeling stuck, you're afraid. Eight of Swords for Gemini. Show me clearly. Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, and you're feeling the pain. You're feeling heartbreak. You're feeling like you've been pushed to your limit. And this is so uncomfortable. The Judgment card at the bottom, this does feel sort of like the universe is trying to get your awareness, being like, Gemini, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like, how much more are you willing to go through this suffering? How much longer are you going to stick around? It's kind of like, you know, it's storming out, it's hailing, it's raining like crazy, and you're standing out there. It's like you're gonna get electrocuted. Get indoors. What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get the ammonia. You're gonna get sick. Like, what are you doing here? Get your ass inside. Judgment in the Four of Pentacles, but you're like holding on, or it's like you're clinging on to this for dear life. Eight of Swords. Knight of Swords reversed, but this gotta go to a stop at some point. This can't continue, or this just isn't progressing. Empress at the bottom. If it is progressing, it's very unpredictable. It's very all over the place. Again, it's the storm. It's the storm with the heart. It's like you're at battle with your emotions and logic versus your heart, and it's just like, what the fuck? King of Wands, Temperance. You got to find the middle ground. So that's why we have the Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins, which is about us finding our own center. Is about prioritizing our needs, getting grounded and confident in our ability, that we have what it takes to overcome, and nothing can take away what we've built for ourselves. Nine of Coins for Gemini. So let me pull a few on this. Nine of Coins for Gemini. Temperance, yep. We saw that just a couple minutes ago. And the Knight of Cups. Let's get one more for this Nine of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. So you show up the most attractive when you are tending to your needs, tending to your garden, focusing on what's within your control. You do need to pull back your energy from this, even just ever so slightly, even just by a little bit. It makes a significant difference. It makes you more attractive. All right. This is the energy where you are not needing to force. Whatever's truly meant for you will never pass you by. If you're pushing and forcing, it's creating a lot of resistance, and it's actually pushing you away from this desire or from this person. So Temperance with the Knight of Cups. When it comes to love, when it comes to a relationship, you should not have to constantly be pushing and forcing the attraction, right? So this is the energy of letting things happen naturally, letting things unfold without you having to control every single thing, okay? And that is also important, that others meet you in the middle. Knight of Cups to the Three of Pentacles, where there's this mutual respect, where there's this mutual effort, mutual interest, right? So when you pull back your energy and you start focusing on yourself, in a way, if you're dealing with another person, it makes them come back towards you. It makes them come crawling back. When you focus on yourself, your own identity, you focus on just building up your confidence, your self-worth. You give less fucks. You're giving too many fucks. You're giving too many fucks. You need to give more fucks about yourself. You got to choose yourself. You got to love yourself, okay? And when you do that, it makes you 1,000 times more attractive. Okay. Now, Seven of Swords was the next card out. Things could get real interesting. Let's see. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? It is, some of you may be dealing with a trickster, or there may be something coming up about mind games. So be careful of that. Or you're playing along with these games. Let's see. We have the Page of Cups. With the Two of Pentacles, okay. Justice. And the Eight of Wands in the reverse with the Six of Swords. I am possibly seeing a situation about redirection or moving in a different path than you maybe had anticipated. So Seven of Swords and this Page of Cups could be representing communication, but there's not a full transparency, or there's still things that are being withheld. And these things have to do with our hearts, with our feelings, our emotions. Someone isn't being entirely open with you of how they feel, and vice versa. You aren't being entirely open with them of what's on your heart, right? And there's this fluctuation, there's this hesitation, there's this, should I be honest? Should I tell them how I feel? Should I come clean or not? Should I not? Should I not? And I am seeing that there's that blockage when it comes to just being true and direct. And I'm not sure if this is both of you, or if it's you, or if it's them, but it's showing here that there's an imbalance. But luckily, justice is here to bring things back into alignment. But there's something coming up about the lessons that need to be learned through this experience. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening again. We have Libra energy. The next full moon that we do have will be in Libra, April 1st. If you're listening to this reading before then or around then. I was also getting a possibility, and take this with a grain of salt. Please take this with the tiniest pinch of salt. But there could be juggling going on here. You may be juggling. Someone might be juggling. They may have other options here. But if so, again, I trust with the the Eight of Wands reverse and Justice, divine blessings, blessing in disguise, rejection is redirection. So if that is the case, it will be obvious, and you will be pushed down a different path, and you might miss this flight, but guess what? It's probably a blessing you didn't get on that flight. Okay. They would have crashed and burned. That's fucked up. I probably shouldn't say that, but so it's like you dodged a bullet there. If that's the case. Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this kind of just confirming what I already said. I don't really need to repeat myself, but this is about you honoring yourself, your intuition, following your heart, following your instincts, and whatever's truly meant for you will never pass you by. So if it passed you by, it was just not the right match. It was not a fit. Okay. Ace of Swords. Let's look into this Ace of Swords for Gemini. So this is where we're getting clarity. This is where we're getting answers. This is where, the truth will be spoken if necessary, if need be. Ace of Swords for Gemini. The Moon. Okay, so this is illuminating the truth. Nine of Pentacles. It's revealing some things about you as well. Ace of Cups and the Star. Okay, Three of Wands as well. This hasn't come in just yet. Or this truth or this clarity or these answers. I feel like this is around the corner. It could be happening later today or within the next couple of days, or, by the end of this week, a week from now. But so Ace of Swords with the Moon. This is going to be illuminating something that's hidden. Something that has been lurking in the shadows, coming to light, going to set you free. Nine of Pentacles. It's that energy of independence. It's the energy of freedom. It's all about knowing yourself. Know thyself. This is about knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing your standards, and self-love as well, because this is paired with the Ace of Cups. So this is where it's like what we were saying before. When you love yourself, when you choose yourself, that makes you way more valuable, and you're not staying in situations that are clearly not serving you or your highest good. This is where your standards, keep them up nice and high. And this is bringing you towards some sort of wish, okay? Ace of Cups and the Star, bringing you towards relationships where you're able to be your most authentic self. You belong, you're accepted, you're cherished, you're adored, you are treated with the most respect, and you are being seen clearly for who you are, not some expectation or projections or put on these unrealistic pedestal. I'm seeing here whatever that's being revealed could have a deep reflection of how you feel about yourself. However you feel about yourself, good or bad, or everything. It could be mirrored back at you, or it's like being reflected at you. Ace of Cups and the Star, though. If you're getting clarity about how someone feels towards you, they're being very vulnerable. They're letting down their guard. They're removing their armor. They're showing you a different side of them than what you're familiar with, and vice versa. You may be doing the same. Six of Swords. Let's see where things are going. Six of Swords for Gemini, please. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. This is like a long time coming. It's like been this slow build up, but finally Tower here and the Devil. So something's crashing and burning. Okay, it's just the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is saying we have no more time to waste. We can't keep waiting around, twiddling our thumbs, letting time tick and pass us by. We have to do something. We need to make some sort of change or adjustment. So the Tower here with the Devil, if we choose to continue, we have to start fresh. If we choose to go separate ways, it's for the best. That's sort of what this is saying here. Tower and the Devil, some sort of toxicity is being removed. It's being cleared. This can't continue. This is unhealthy. This is draining. This is toxic. This isn't good for you and anyone else that's involved here. So we have to start fresh. We have to remove this impurity so that, you know, you can have more peace and calm. And this is about you having to protect yourself. Okay, so 4 of Swords to 5 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. See, it's what we were saying even earlier. It's like there's something like it's something distracting you or something that is creating this chaos in your heart, right? The storm to the heart. It's creating chaos in your heart. So it's like you're trying to put out the flame, you're trying to put out the fire, and yet it keeps coming back, or it keeps, the embers are burning regardless, no matter how much you're trying to extinguish it. So that's where the 9 of Wands, right? This is the last card. This is where you have to be very persistent. You really have to put your foot down with yourself and with others, the boundaries that you set. 9 of Wands for Gemini. Nine of Wands for Gemini. King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Double Taurus energy as well as some Earth. 7 of Cups at the bottom. Okay. We need to get grounded. We need to be secure within ourselves. This is you coming into levels of stability that you didn't have before. But as we saw the progression from the 8 of Swords to then the 9 of Pentacles to then the 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, you are having more clarity within yourself and what you want and your vision. And it's helping you kind of remove or separate yourself from the things that are creating a disturbance, right? Disturbing you, your peace, your love, your heart, your inner world. So this King of Pentacles, now you're in a secure place. 9 of Wands and the King of Pentacles, where you aren't playing with your happiness. You're not playing with your peace. You're not playing with your business. You don't have time to waste in places where you aren't being valued. So the 9 of Wands and the Hierophant, it's this lesson that you've really had to ingrain. You've really had to practice what you preach. You really have to show what you know. And Hierophant is here saying, congratulations, you made it. You've graduated to the next level. You've ascended. You've mastered this. You're now teaching it to others. So because you're not giving in the way you used to, it's now it's creating this ripple effect for others to have to step up, or they get shipped out, right? They either are going to rise up and step up to continue to be along with you in this journey, or they're going to shimmy their way out of your life. So you give them the opportunity. It's like kind of like you're holding the door open. You're going to walk through that door, but you're holding the door open for a couple seconds. And if they want to come along, awesome. If they don't, is what it is. Good luck. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Taurus season could be relevant. That might be something that is important for someone, or something with Taurus energy. 7 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. You might not see how exactly this is going to lead to success, or how things are going to be working in your favor right now. You might be troubling. You might find it hard, or you might see it's like a trouble. I don't know where my brain's at. It might be trouble. It might be a challenge. Okay. It might be a challenge to see, like, how is this going to lead to my happiness? How is this going to lead to my desires, my wishes, my everything that I could ever dream of? Right now, 7 of Cups to the 5 of Wands, you may feel like whatever path you take, whatever option you choose, you're fucked. But that's not the case. It's not. If anything, this 5 of Wands is here to help destroy or clear the cups that are distractions. It's going to show you what's real and what's fake, what's phony. 5 of Wands, which we know is a card of struggles and challenges and conflict and chaos and drama and tension and bickering and fighting. To then the 6 of Wands, which is all about accomplishments, victory, recognition, success, making it out of the trials, the tribulations, and the struggles. So you may not know how exactly you're going to get out of this or how you're going to persevere, but all you need to know, keep going down this road, keep investing in you, your wellness, in yourself, and the path is going to become crystal clear. And it's also going to reveal to you like who's actually behind you, who's actually supporting you, who actually is cheering you on versus those that are just slowing you down or getting in your way or holding you back. Six of Wands and the Chariot and the Empress. Taurus season coming through again. Taurus season for someone is going to be a big month. Maybe you got some Taurus placements. Perhaps by Taurus season is when this is all behind you and then the new cycle begins or new level begins. It kind of depends on who you are and what your situation is, how extreme things may be. Perhaps by Taurus season, this storm has passed, but hoping it'll be a lot sooner. Anyways, very heavy and intense, so I think I'll leave your reading here. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. Private readings are available in the description box. You can find me on my Instagram and my TikTok at JadeStoneTarot. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye, Gemini.